Hey, I want you to put your hands together here. These old boys has drove a long ways, these old hairy-legged boys. They've drove a long ways to come up here and play at Flat Rock. Most of you, I guess, saw them when they was here before. That's why you come back tonight. So I want you to get together here and make a lot of racket. Let them know we like them up here in Flat Rock. Will you do that? Give them a big hand.
Check one, check one.
Bring me up in the monitor. In the monitor, in the monitor. Is the monitor on?
He wants bass too. Kill that one right there. Check, 1, 2. Hey,
You can kill this one right here, EJ.
that's the it's already dead. Test that over my Mark. Okay, let's just hold it. Test, 1, 2.
Check, check.
Check, 1, 2.
On a morning bright and clear, my old homestead I drew near, just a village down in sunny Tennessee. I'd been speeding on that train that would take me home again to the girl I left in sunny Tennessee. I could hear the voices singing as she bid farewell to me. Far across the fields of cotton, my old homestead I could see. As the moon rose in its glory, there I told my saddest story to the girl I left in sunny Tennessee. Well, the train drew up at last, old familiar scenes had passed. I kissed my mother in the station door. Kind friends then gathered round, tears on every face I found. There I missed the one that I'd been waiting for. I just whispered, Mother dear, where is Mary? She's not here. All the world seemed dark and sadness came to me. She just pointed to that spot in that little churchyard lot where my darling sleeps in Memphis, Tennessee. I could hear the voices singing as she bid farewell to me. Far across the fields of cotton, my old homestead I could see. As the moon rose in its glory, there I told my saddest story to the girl I left in sunny Tennessee. Oh, I wasted my tears when I cried over you, but I should have known you could never be true. Well, I loved and I lost you, and now I'm so blue. Oh, I wasted my tears when I cried over you. You said that you loved me and would always be true, but now you've gone and left me. Oh, what will I do? Oh, why did you leave me for somebody new? Oh, I wasted my tears when I cried over you. My time when I spent it with you, but one is so blind when love is so new. And now all of my fears, well, they all have come true. Oh, I wasted my tears when I cried over you. You said that you loved me and would always be true. Now you've gone and left me. Oh, what will I do? Oh, why did you leave me for somebody new? Oh, I wasted my tears when I cried over you. Oh, I wasted my tears when I cried over you. Girls in my time, that was before I met you, but I never saw one that I wanted for mine. That was before I met you. I thought I was swinging the world by the tail. I thought I could never be blue. I thought I'd been kissed, I thought I'd been loved. That was before I met you. Free, but that was before I met you, and I swore that no woman could ever hold me. That was before I met you. I thought I was swinging tail. Thought I could never be blue. I thought I'd been kissed, I thought I'd been loved. That was before I met you. They tell me you must reap just what you have sown. But darling, I hope that's not true. For once to make plans about living alone. That was before I met you. I thought I was swinging the world by the tail. I thought I could never be blue. Well, I thought I'd been kissed, I thought I'd been loved. That was before I met you. That was before I met you.
Well, let us say a special howdy to you folks, and what a real privilege and pleasure it is to be back in Flat Rock, Michigan, where folks really enjoy and appreciate real traditional bluegrass music. I think this makes our third appearance here the last little while. We're just absolutely overjoyed to be with you all. Here's a tune we'll do for you entitled It Don't Make No Difference Anymore.
Well, here I am sitting by my window, and I'm watching everybody hurry by. Hey, it don't make no difference how the wind blows. See, I won't sit alone at home and cry. Well, I guess you thought you'd hurt me with your leaving, but I found a way to even up the score. No, you won't find me sitting and grieving, 'cause it don't make no difference anymore. No, it won't make no difference anymore. I found a way to even up the score. While you've had one, I've had two or three or four. Honey, it don't make no difference anymore. Told me once you'd always be my baby, and no one else could love you like I do. Well, I'm through with you, gal, and I don't mean maybe. No, I won't sit and worry over you. Well, I guess you thought you'd hurt me with your leaving, but I found a way to even up the score. No, you won't find me sitting and a grieving, 'cause it don't make no difference anymore. No, it won't make no difference anymore. I found a way to even up the score. While you've had one, I've had two or three or four. Baby, it don't make no difference anymore. No, it won't make no difference anymore.
All right, thank you, friends. Thank you very much. That's Mark Rader singing right there. And playing the D28 Martin guitar. Boy, he had her good and loud, had her good and full, did he? He, as we say in our business, he's a fan in all six of them, going and coming. That tune was written by an old boy named Charlie Moore, entitled It Don't Make No Difference Anymore. Well, let's have some banjo playing on the stage here this evening. You want to get out here and lay down some shoe leather. Right now would be a good time to do that. Young man with the five-string banjo is a very good banjo player and a good tenor singer. About a nice head for Joe Mullins with the five right over here. All right, thank you for adjusting the Pike County Breakdown. Joe Mullins with the 5. A lot of folks think that Earl Scruggs wrote that tune, but that's not so. That tune was written by Bill Monroe. Here's an old song we'll do for you. We got this tune from two old boys by the name of Carl and Hardy. Some of you folks might remember them, these two dudes back in. Yeah, a lot of folks thought they was funny, thought they was a comedy act, but they was really serious about their songwriting and singing. I didn't say Laurel and Hardy now, I said Carl and Hardy, all right?
Oh, okay, sir.
Here's a ballad, a duet number that features Mark Rader and Joe Mullins. Song entitled She Has Forgotten.
Back to my hometown I wandered one day. It seemed that the old crowd had drifted away. I wandered down Main Street, the view to enjoy. There I met with a girl I had loved as a boy. Gone are the days when our hearts beat as one. All I can say now is see what you've done. Gone are the days when we thrilled to each vow. She has forgotten everything now. I still have her picture, her face sweet and fair. The rose that she gave me, a lock of her hair. I'll treasure and keep them, it's silly I know, for she has forgotten long, long ago. Gone are the days when our hearts beat as one. All I can say now is see what you've done. Gone are the days when we thrilled to each vow. She has forgotten everything now. Jimmy Brown and Newsboy, I'm waiting there playing. Huh?
All right, there's a tune entitled She Has Forgotten. We'll do that for you in a minute, all right? We'll have some guitar playing. Yeah, you folks would appreciate the real Martin guitar playing, real gutty sound of the Martin guitar. Here's an old tune from the Carter family. We learned Mark Rader's going to play the guitar on this, and Joe and Mark's going to sing. Mark plays this just a little bit different. If our sound man would heat the guitar mic a little bit, it would help us out here just a little bit. EJ, go over and turn the guitar mic up just a little bit for us right here. Mic number 5, yeah.
Take some of the bass off of it.
Turn it just a little bit. We'll do this for you right now. By the way, a nice hand from Mark Rader with the guitar right here.
Thank you. Give Mark a hand, would you please? Thank you. You are my flower that's blooming in the mountain so high. You are my flower that's blooming there for me. When summertime is gone and snow begins to fall, you can sing this song and say to one and all, you are my flower that's blooming in the mountain so high. You are my flower that's blooming there for me. So where a happy smiling life will be worthwhile. Forget the tears, but don't forget to smile. You are my flower that's blooming in the mountain so high. You are my flower that's blooming there for me. What a change, what a change. Thank you all very much. As Paul said, we do have that tune recorded on our latest cassette. We have our good friend here, Billy Joe, with us this evening, and if y'all would be interested in any of the music that you hear us play on stage, we have most of the material that we do recorded, a couple cassettes. I think we have some t-shirts with us here tonight that say Traditional Grass on them. Of course, it wouldn't make much sense for to pack them around that said the Osborne Brothers or something like that, now would it? But if y'all are interested in taking some of our music home with you, please see our friend over there, Mr. Spencer. This tune here is included in our first album, our first cassette. It's an old tune that we learned from a live Flat and Scruggs radio show, and the title of this tune is What a Change One Day Can Make. Just yesterday, dear, you said you loved me, and yesterday, dear, my hopes were high. But oh, today, dear, I read your letter, and now I wish that I could die. What a change, dear, one day can make. What a dark road I now must take. My hopes have vanished, till death I'll wait. That awful change one day can make. You never told me there was another. You vowed you loved me, and you know it's true. Well, I've lost my father, and I lost my mother, but oh, the thought of losing you. What a change, dear, one day can make. What a dark road I now must take. My hopes have vanished, till death I wait. That awful change one day can make. And if you leave me, you'll soon regret it. Well, I'll take my life, dear, and I'll end my way. Then when I'm gone, dear, maybe you'll remember this awful change some other day. What a change, dear, one day can make. What a dark road I now must take. My hopes have vanished, till death I wait. That awful change one day can make.
All right, thank you, friends. Thank you very much. That's called What a Change a Day Can Make. Here's a song we'll do for you. This might bring some memories to some of you folks. I know I saw a couple of elderly folks here a while ago. We talked about old times a little bit. You folks remember before they had the automobile, when they had that, but just the wagon, the run in or the sled. That's what this tune's about. This tune ain't about the sled, but it's about the wagon. This tune's about Papa's new wagon.
Today is the first time I've been home in many years. Remembering how things used to be, I can't hold back my tears. The house is barely standing and the barn is rotted down, and someone planted trees all over Papa's farming ground. Well, the weeds had nearly hidden Daddy's wagon standing there. I thought how long it's been since gentle hands touched it with care. I remember when he bought it, even Mama went along. They walked and led the mules to town and proudly drove it home. I can see us now riding in a brand new wagon. We were happy as a king on a throne. Papa wearing overalls and Mama with her bonnet, riding in a brand new wagon going home. And I remember Tammy Jones, who lived the next house down. She was in the wagon every time it went to town. And when I told her of my plan, she cried and said, "You're wrong." But I just wouldn't listen, and I ran away from home. Too young to get a job, I robbed a man in Frisco Yard. And the wagon I had rode next was driven by a guard. Mom and Papa kept my secret till their dying day. That's why no one could find me when they both had passed away. I can see us now riding in a brand new wagon. We were happy as a king on a throne. Papa wearing overalls and Mama with her bonnet, riding in a brand new wagon going home. Riding in a brand new wagon going home.
We'll slow it down after that good dancing number and do a tune that we learned from Ira and Charlie Louvin. The Louvin brothers had some music that we really respected and took this tune off a song called, an album called The Tragic Songs of Life. And it's called A Tiny Broken Heart.
He was just a little farm lad, so busy at play in his little playhouse down by the gate. He stopped to watch a truck that was parking next door at the home of his tiny playmate. Then he saw his daddy watching too, as the men swiftly walked to the cottage door. He knew they were strangers that came from the town, men he had never seen before. They soon were at their work, and he heard his daddy say, "Our neighbors are moving today." "Oh no," he cried, "dear God, don't let it be. They can't take my sweetheart away." "I know, Dad, that you don't understand how a heart so young could conceive a plan. I'm only 7 now, but it's just like you say, Daddy, someday I'll be a man." The man who owns the farm where your playmate now lives, he told me it had to be this way. For winter time is come and their work is all done, so now they are moving away. Let us buy the farm so they can stay. Give him all my toys that dear Santa gave, and give him the pennies in my little piggy bank. Pennies that my darling helped me save.
All right, thank you, friends. Thank you very much. An old-time number entitled A Tiny Broken Heart. We sincerely trust you enjoyed that, too. Yeah, let's sing a gospel number while we're everybody there sitting down and being quiet here. We have this tune recorded, incidentally. I learned this tune from Ralph and Carter Stanley. I used to be a Clinch Mountain boy back in 1958 and 59 and part of 1960. We worked a series of television shows for the Jim Walter Corporation, builders of shell homes down in Florida and Georgia and Alabama. That's when we did television live. It wasn't videoed or pre-recorded. We had a series of 5 TV stations we visited once a week and did live television. It's back, been a few years back, I'll tell you. Anyway, I learned this tune from Ralph and Carter, the Stanley Brothers. We're going to sing it for you. Sing our version of an old gospel number entitled "Who'll Sing for Me."
Oft I sing for my friend when days go for my sea. When I reach my journey's end, tell me who will sing for me. I wonder cross of that silent sea. Tell me who will sing for me. When the crowd shall gather round and look down on me, will they turn and walk away, or will they sing one song for me? I wonder who will sing for me when I come to the cross of that silent sea. Tell me who will sing for me.
All right, thank you, friends. Thank you very much. How long have we been up here, fellas? You guys got any idea? We came on the stage at 8:30, right about 8:30, wasn't it?
New pair of shoes.
All right, we have time to do one more number on our first set. We get off and cool a little bit here. We got the sweat flowing pretty freely from the lights, especially from the television lights. We'll be back here. I think we got all evening to play for you folks. Let us say again, it's a sincere joy to be in front of you folks this evening with our traditional bluegrass music. Incidentally, we are called the Traditional Grass. That's our band name. I don't think EJ got that in his introduction when he was on the stage. We forgive him for that. That's all right. We can see that he's rattled just a little bit, all right? We've been that way too, EJ. Matter of fact, all day, you know. You know, we all hold down day jobs, and we all did day jobs before we all come up here this afternoon to pick and sing. All right, I'll put that on the bill and I'll get ready to leave, all right? By the way, we got a very good bass player with us. You folks that know anything at all about our music know that a bass player that playing this music cannot play with the beat. You got to play just a tad ahead. We call it playing on top of the beat. This fella here really does. He's a real trooper on the road, too. And I stand for Glen Edmond with the bass back here. Give Glen a hand, would you? We'll do one more tune and get out of your hair for a little while. The other bands will come on the stage and pick and sing for you. You ought to make yourself at home and have a big time here in Flat Rock, Michigan. Here is Mark Rader and an old Bill Monroe number entitled I'm Breaking in a Brand New Pair of Shoes.
I'm breaking in a brand new pair of shoes. Don't you look at me like you think I got the blues. I'm walking around and around, and I'm seeing most of the town. I'm just breaking in a brand new pair of shoes. Oh, yes, I'm talking to myself. Oh, no, she's not putting me on the shelf. Just breaking in a brand new pair of shoes. So don't you look at me like you think I've got the blues. So I'm walking around and around, and I'm seeing most of the town. Just breaking in a brand new pair of shoes. I'll be doggone if I'm gonna cry the blues. Yeah, my feet are sore, but I got no time to lose. And I'm a wanting her here with me, and I'm a needing her company. I'm just breaking in a brand new pair of shoes. Oh, yes, so I'm talking to myself. Oh, no, she's not putting me on the shelf. Just breaking in a brand new pair of shoes. So don't you look at me like you think I got the blues. Hey, I'm walking around and around, and I'm seeing most of the town. Just breaking in a brand new pair of shoes. She's not putting me on the shelf, just breaking in a brand new pair of shoes. So don't you look at me like you think I got the blues. Hey, I'm walking around and around, and I'm seeing most of the town, just breaking in a brand new pair of shoes.
We're going to sing happy birthday to Barb. Barb, where are you at? Is Barb over here? So where is Barb? She has a birthday today, and we promised we was going to sing happy birthday to her. Y'all give Barb a hand now. She only has this once a year. Right here she is, huh? A nice hand for Barb. What key you guys sing this in?
Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Barbara. Happy birthday to you.
Give Barb a hand. We'll be back in a minute. Thank you.
Happy birthday. Turn number 7 off. Don't nobody forget the Motor City Grass will be back here tomorrow night. And by the way, the Virginia Squires, a well-known bluegrass band. In fact, they just come back from overseas. Will be here next Friday night. So keep them in mind. If you haven't got nothing better to do, come on down and support bluegrass music at Huron Valley Eagle. Sure appreciate it. Are you about set? Go right ahead. Is this a little too high here? I want you to give these boys once more a good Flat Rock welcome. Let you know that we appreciate them up here in Flat Rock, Michigan. Good bluegrass music. How's that? Thank you.
Thank you so much, and howdy. Can we take some of the bass? Can we take some of the bass in us off the guitar? This is number 3 now. It was number 5 a while ago. I need to be a little keener, ladies. Either that or just bring the treble up. It's too bassy, Sally. How's that harmony? Sally better billing you. Howdy, neighbor, howdy, get out and come right in. We'll make a ball of gravy to sop your biscuits in. We'll buy a pot of coffee and bake a big fat hen. We'll cook enough country ham to feed 100 men. We'll get that banjo off the wall and tune her up and play them good old country songs Grandpa used to play. Pull your wagon in the yard and turn your donkey loose. Kick the dog out of the way and watch it biting goose. We'll get your fiddle down and play the tune that I love so. Something about an old man Clark, I think his name was Joe. Howdy, neighbor, howdy, come in and sit right down. Come and tell us all the news, how are the things in town? We're so glad to see you, been wondering how you've been. Everybody's feeling fine, so let the fun begin. Howdy, neighbor. EJ, could we have just a little more guitar in the monitor, please? And the banjo player asked for this. Now, I didn't. Check. 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 the Shenandoah Valley of Virginia lives a girl who is waiting just for me. Many times we have waltzed in the moonlight, and in her loving arms I long to be. Oh, I miss her sweet smile in the moonlight, and I know that she misses me too. In the Shenandoah Valley of Virginia, I know that her love is still true. In the Shenandoah Valley of Virginia lives a girl who is waiting just for me. Many times we have waltzed in the moonlight, and in her loving arms I long to be. Oh, I miss her sweet smile in the moonlight, and I know she misses me too. In the Shenandoah Valley of Virginia, I know that her love is still true. In the Shenandoah Valley of Virginia, I know that her love is still true. She's no angel. It's better. Not better.
Sound all right to you now?
You see her there at the bar across the room. She looks like an angel with her paint and perfume. Well, you'd like to meet her, your conscience says no. Obey your conscience, turn around, boy, and go. She's no angel, her wings are not real. She'll ruin your life if your heart she can't steal. She'll tell you tales to bring tears to your eyes, but don't you believe them, for they're only lies. You think if only she could be your own, you'd be more contented than a king on his throne. But you better not do it, it's wrong if you do. She's broke many hearts, son, she'll break your heart too. She's no angel, her wings are not real. She'll ruin your life if your heart she can steal. She'll tell you tales to bring tears to your eyes, but don't you believe them, for they're only lies. She's no angel, her wings are not real. She'll ruin your life if your heart she can steal. She'll tell you tales to bring tears to your eyes, but don't you believe them, for they're only lies.
All right, thank you, folks. Thank you very much. That's an old tune entitled She's No Angel. Some of you folks don't know that much about this, what we're doing. That tune was recorded by Kitty Wells way back in 1951 or 50 or 51. And she had one big hit over that tune right there. And we thought we'd do it our way, play little banjos and fiddles with it. An old tune entitled She's No Angel. Well, it's a real pleasure to be in front of you folks, you all that really appreciate and enjoy traditional bluegrass music, the real bona fide mountain sound that we have. All right, we appreciate you all for that. We'll do an old tune for you right here that's written by Bill Monroe years and years ago, entitled I'm Just a Used to Be to You, Little Darling.
Now you don't love me anymore, my little darling. I'm just a used to be to you. Them old cold kisses that you gave me, you little darling, proves to me you found somebody new. Well, tomorrow's just another lonesome day, and I wished you hadn't gone so far away. Hey, you don't love me anymore, my darling. I'm just a used to be to you. No, you don't love me anymore, my darling. I'm just a used to be to you. Them old cold kisses that you gave me, you little darling, proves to me you found somebody new. Well, tomorrow's just another lonesome day, and I wished you hadn't gone so far away. Hey, you don't love me anymore, my darling. I'm just a used to be to you. I'm just a used to be to you. Thank you all very much. Glad you enjoyed that. Well, let's get on the key of D and do Hancock County. We'd like to do a song here that was written by a fellow that's from right here in y'all hometown. Well, he ain't really from here, but he lives here. Mr. Pete Goebel, I'm sure that he frequents this establishment. He's been here the last couple times that we've played. He must have had something else to do tonight, Paul. You reckon?
He's probably out of running his dogs.
Right. He's one of the best songwriters, in my opinion, the best bluegrass songwriter or a songwriter of any type going today. This tune here that he wrote kind of tells a story of country boys that left the country life and went to the city and got all caught up in the day-to-day rat race, and they wish they was back home. You ready? Yes, sir. The name of this tune is Hancock County. Hey Luther, I've been thinking how the whole damn world is sinking. Me and you ain't even like we used to be. Well, we used to be like brothers, now we hardly know each other. It's a shame how people change, don't you agree? Remember when we traveled down a country road of gravel in a pickup truck just barely fit to run? Hey, the noise and all the clatter sure did make the chickens scatter. We was country boys out to have some fun. There was moonshine in the stills, rabbits in the hills, squirrels a-barking in the trees. There was hounds to run all night, girls to hold us tight, back in Hancock County, Tennessee. Well, do you remember sparking with good old Sally Larkin? What Sally taught us, they don't teach in country school. Well, I'd give my last $10 to be back in that holler, just a-sipping on a jug of Mountain Dew. Oh, but time is swiftly passing, and we ain't got time for laughing. We've got more troubles than our heads can hold. So before we part forever, let's go have some fun together, like we did before we thought of growing old. There was moonshine in the stills, rabbits in the hills, squirrels a-barking in the trees. There was hounds to run all night, girls to hold us tight, back in Hancock County, Tennessee. Back in Hancock County, Tennessee.
All right, thank you, folks. That's the tune, as Mark said, written by Pete Goebel. That we hope you enjoyed, entitled Hancock County, Tennessee. Matter of fact, Pete told us last time he was up here, I think back in November sometime, he said he's going to record that the next time he goes in the studio. Next time you all see Pete, tell him we said, hey, we did one of his shows, one of his tunes on our show, all right?
Someone took my place, or you want about time for a Banjo?
That's all right. Now let's do an old Lester Flattner, old Scruggs tune. Here's an old tune that features the fiddle playing, features the fiddler. How's that? Wasn't we in tone all right? This thing's all right to you. It's so hard to tell. There's so much going on up here. Here's a tune entitled Someone Took My Place with You.
Someone took my place with you, and now you tell me we are through. Now someone broke my heart in two, when they took my place with you. Now someone left me here to cry, and with each day that passes by, here alone and blue, 'cause someone took my place with you. In days to come, I know you'll find, when you've left me here behind, someday I'm sure that you will find that you've wrecked your life as well as mine. When it's too late to make amends, I'm sure you'll pay the price, and then, honey, you'll be there alone and blue, 'cause someone took my place with you. Now someone left me here to cry, and with passes by. Now I'm found here alone and blue, 'cause someone took my place with you.
We told you folks before we got some cassette tapes and some t-shirts and stuff for sale right over here. So Mr. Bill Spencer, and he'll fix you right up. Here's one we hope you might enjoy. We have on our first cassette tape we made with us tonight. It's called Dim Lights and Thick Smoke.
Dim lights, thick smoke, and loud, loud music is the only kind of life you'll ever understand. Dim lights, thick smoke, and loud, loud music, you'll never make a wife to a home-loving man. Well, a home and little children mean nothing to you. A house filled with love and a husband so true. You'd rather have a drink with the first guy you meet, and the only home you know is the club down the street. Dim lights, thick smoke, and loud, loud music is the only kind of life you'll ever understand. Dim lights, thick smoke, and loud, loud music, you'll never make a wife to a home-loving man. Well, a drinking and dancing to honky-tonk band is the only kind of life you'll ever understand. Go on, have your fun. Well, you think you played it smart, but I'm sorry for you and your honky-tonk heart. Dim lights, thick smoke, and loud, loud music is the only kind of life you'll ever understand. Dim lights, thick smoke, and loud, loud music, you'll never make a wife to a home-loving man.
Thank you, friends. Thank you very much. That's for the old tune I learned from the old boy named Roy Acuff. Back in the 1940-something, I heard he play that tune first. That's called the Smoky Mountain Rag, in the key of F, as in Fox. I hope you enjoyed that. Well, let's say once again we have albums and tapes and T-shirts and stuff over here. Folks like to have a. By the way, our road manager's over here. He's very astute. Got things under control. Like to have something to remember us by. Walk over and buy one of our tapes or one of our T-shirts. And greet the road manager and tell him he is well appreciated by the traditional grass. All right? Here's an old song entitled "One of These Days You're Gonna Be Sad."
You thought that you would break my heart when you said that we must part. But you don't love me, and I know that's true. Lord, where you don't, there's others do. One of these days you're gonna be sad and long for the days that used to be. One of these days you'll have to pay for the way you've treated me. That you were true until I learned to love you so. But now I know you're not that kind. Lord, have mercy on your soul. One of these days you're gonna be sad and long for the days it used to be. One of these days you'll have to pay for the way you've treated me. So goodbye, good luck to you. Oh, you've left me mighty blue. Well, you don't love me, and I know that's true. See, where you don't, there's others do. One of these days you're gonna be sad and long for the days it used to be. One of these days you'll have to pay for the way you've treated me. One of these days you're gonna be sad and long for the days it used to be. One of these days you'll have to pay for the way you've treated me.
All right, thank you, friends. Thank you very much. That's an old tune entitled "One of These Days You're Gonna Be Sad." Well, let's bring the fine young banjo player around in front of the microphone this evening. Have some banjo picking for all you folks. I think he's going to use his tuners on this tune and run her up and run her back down again and run her back up again and then back down again. Huh? This tune is played in the key of D natural, and the banjo is tuned down in D natural. All the strings except all the strings are tuned in D natural, with the exception of the D string, and this is D. Huh? Here's Joe with the five and an old tune called "Home Sweet Home."
Thank y'all very much. There was a big, tall fella come up to me a while ago here, wanted to hear an old Flat and Scruggs tune that we just tickled to death to do. It's one of our favorites, too. It's about a guy that's tired of his old lady slipping around and he's sitting at home waiting. It's entitled, I'll Go Steppin' Too. Don't think that I'll be hanging around while you're having fun. I won't sit here crying over you. From now on, when you step out, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll lock the door and I'll put out the cat and I'll go stepping too. Yes, I'll go stepping too, my honey, I'll go stepping too. I'll lock the door and I'll put out the cat and I'll go stepping too. Every time that you come in and we begin to fight, you keep a-telling me there's more fish in the sea. Well, the bait ain't what it used to be, and baby, I got news for you. Hey, after this, when you step out, I'll go stepping too. Yes, I'll go stepping too, my honey, I'll go stepping too. I'll lock the door and I'll put out the cat and I'll go stepping too. From now on, when you come in, you won't tell where you've been. With your hair messed up, your socks don't fit you right. Well, don't start to yell if you find lipstick on me too. For then you'll know that I've been stepping just like you. Yes, I'll go stepping too, my honey, I'll go stepping too. I'll lock the door and I'll put out the cat and I'll go stepping too. Yes, I'll go stepping too, my honey, I'll go stepping too. I'll lock the door and put out the cat and I'll go stepping too. Cold, cold loving, that's all you're giving me. I'm just someone in the past, why don't you set me free? Each lonely night while you are gone, I sit alone and cry, and think about the plans we made together, you and I. Now your old flame is back in town, I'm just a used to be. Now you don't love me anymore, so darling, set me free. Cold, cold loving, that's all you're giving me. I'm just someone in the past, why don't you set me free? such a difference now in you since he came back to town. I should have known the day would come when you would put me down. You're like a stranger in my arms each time I hold you close. And now you don't love me anymore, so darling, let me go. Cold, cold loving, that's all you're giving me. I'm just someone in the past, why don't you set me free? I'm just someone in the past, why don't you set me free? Somebody wanted to hear a slow one. Was that one slow enough? Okay, I'd like to take this opportunity to introduce y'all to the fiddle player. If y'all haven't seen our show before, you've missed something on his part. Since 1964 in Middletown, Ohio, he's fronted probably the most popular bluegrass and country radio show in the land. And he's also a fine fiddle player. He's a good fellow to know, a good fellow to work with, and a good fellow to work for. Would you please make him welcome here tonight, too, Mr. Paul Moon Mullins.
All right, thank you, friends. That's an old tune that I learned back when I was kicking the slats out the cradle years and years ago, called Boil Them Cabbage Down. Briar hoppers and folks from Virginia and folks from Tennessee call it Boil Them Cabbage Down. Here's a song we'll do for you entitled I Ain't Gonna Work Tomorrow.
Sun all morning, it's raining but I don't care. Nobody's coming to see me and I ain't a-going nowhere. I ain't gonna work tomorrow, I ain't gonna work today. I ain't gonna work tomorrow, tomorrow is my wedding day. She told me that she loved me, we named our wedding day. be tomorrow, but darling's in her cold, cold grave. I hung my head in sorrow, it hurt me to see her die. I found her in the arms of another, and Lord knows I lost my mind. Tomorrow, I ain't gonna work today. I ain't gonna work tomorrow. Tomorrow is my hanging day, for that will be my hanging day. Cookie wants to sing something.
What are we now?
Cookie wants to sing. You want to do a Lost You or One Broken Home?
One broken home.
Yeah, let's try that.
All right, that's an old tune called I Ain't Gonna Work Tomorrow. We'll do a tune for you right here that a song written by Charlie Moore back years and years ago. Remember how this goes, boys? I don't know where I remember it on. Here's a song entitled One Broken Home for Sale.
There's a little white house that stands all alone. It was painted with love and with care. Now the flowers on the lawn have faded and died, and each room is empty and bare. It's painted white, it should be blue. Love tried to live here and failed. Now the sign on the lawn explains everything. There's one broken home for sale. The plans that we made have faded and died, and the dreams we built together have tumbled down. And now the sign on the lawn reads one house for sale. I won't need it if you're not around. It's painted white, it should be blue. Love tried to live here and failed. Now the sign on the lawn explains everything. There's one broken home for sale. There's one broken home for sale.
All right, that's called One Broken Home for Sale. Hope you enjoyed that. Boys, let's do one more tune and get off and cool just a minute. I've really got the sweater rolling here. Let's have Joe bring the 5 around the front. Purely attack this tune right here. Here's Joe Mullins with the 5. And an old-time tune called John Henry the Steel Driving Band.
Lay it on, Joe.
Be back after a little. Thank y'all.